We're going to be doing their footwork drills over here. This is how we start practice off every single time. See, they're working their front and backs right now is what they're doing. So we're in the pocket. Johnny, well, I'm sorry? Big W's. Essentially, yeah. We're going to work through, we'll do W's too as well. Right now we're doing straight back. So this is with some of our community, step backwards, etc. Again, so now we're going to go through step forward, step back. So what we're doing is working now. Someone coming up in the pocket, coming at you, coming to the side of you, etc. And you see how they're working their footwork, balls up it, they're here. Both eyes are downfield the entire time. So do it one more time there and back, Justin. Do it one more time there and back.
It's all relative.
So depending on the opponent, here, so again, eyes going down, you never want them looking down as they're going through things. Johnny again, he's a new guy, so it's his first time going through it. Our kids know all their stuff, so when we're setting up a practice stuff, what I did was, I've been using that word, it's like, okay, well, I got questions I want to know, what other things can you do, so please, don't feel like you can't ask, that's what we're here for, so anything we can go ahead and do to kind of help those areas, that's what we're here for, so. But they'll do all the drills and stuff, with the footwork stuff at this point right now. We're good for the first 10 minutes, we do all our drill sessions. Excuse me, then we'll do some pocket stuff. Then we'll go over what the receivers do. Do you guys want some?
If you are coaching young bucks, that's my.
Some ideas that might end up helping you guys a little bit, or anything specific questions you might have on things that we might do to kind of help in certain areas.
I've got little guys.
Oh yeah.
It's all been playground.
Oh yeah. Well, the little guys too. It's a lot of it's going to be handoff, right? It's going to be like, all right, here, run, find the open spot, run.
But the hardest thing to get the little guys to do is get that ball off to the
Yes.
They all want to.
Yep. Or then it's up here and then they go to throw it. They want to do this and they want to throw it. So everything we do, we're trying to get their hands up. And Justin's actually really good with it. He's been doing it for a little while. So his balls stay up. Like I said, Johnny was quarterback back in the day. He did play a little bit backup for us. We'd have sort of freshman quarterback last year. So it was between Johnny.
We're going to break down our stances.
Yeah, it's definitely part of it. So it goes through the progressions. Excuse me. We show the catch routine. We show catch routine. Yeah, catch routine. So we do a catch routine every single day too as well. Again, it's all with fun.
Now,
you see them, I have them
they're priming themselves for what I call the duck
Again,
disposition.
Johnny can the front arm gets a little wobbly, the back arm gets a little bit pushed to the side, ball comes up. Nose of the ball at him, Johnny, which helps you guys when you see okay, quarterback does it as well. Justin, will bring right back to his ear, snap it from there, so it's forms, typically right on. Next progression. So from here, we'll step back, we're going to work our stand stroke, we're going to work hips, rotation, balls up. Again, the entire time the ball, every drill we do, we work the ball up to replicate. That's subconscious. We're not thinking about it anymore, they're just doing it.
Short, choppy steps.
They know.
Their toes are out.
Play a little game of practice.
Okay, it's going to be a lot. Okay. Also, a great way just to teach leverage is have them get their weight on their instep of their foot.
Balls up here and rotate. Now we go both shoulders. So see what Justin's doing now is going to lead his right shoulder to target.
Hold like
turn his shoulders.
Rotate
through it. So see the hips come because the idea is to get that belly button hips to your target. So everything's going at your target. And then following through. Then should step to his target. Let's see the Fonte. Oh yeah, natural, coming back to you. Loving it. Now what we're doing is, did you go left side too, Joe? Yeah. A couple more left.
First whistle.
One more to 11. Alright, let's go. Front foot. So now we're going to hold the front foot. So now it's as if he's in a pocket like he's scrambling. We don't want him to start doing all the movement. Right away, so just put in a position where he's here. So he's sitting there, put in that position with one step. So his right foot's going to be up. Okay, he's going to throw off that right foot, snap the ball out. So that way, as you see, he's going to follow through and follow the trajectory of the football. So that's what his target's going to go ahead and represent to us. So we watch his feet, his right foot is out in front of him, he'll step and he'll follow his throw. Okay. All right, so next progression. Hey, let's do shuffle there and back. Yeah. Follow throw, back up. So what we're doing now is we're going to do just a little soft catch. So what Justin's going to do, Johnny, this is going to be a little new for you. What he's going to do is he's going to look at the partner, he's going to run up, he's going to do a little stop, he's going to come back, catch the ball, he's going to run back. We're just going to work the feet and the arm working at the same time so we get that momentum and rotation through the football.
Now, you guys can see he's already locked up.
Catching the ball, but just to get his body going and his form in a proper position. So that elbow's coming up. And again, we just abbreviate things. What we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do. You come? All right. Why don't we go over to the spot? Let's do some spot progressions. So we're going to do right now. I'm sorry, the bounce over the whole place. We're doing a spot progression. So now we're going to do. We were talking with the last group about, and you're in the pocket. How do we go ahead and work footwork, reaction in the pocket? So what we do is, let's go. Let's go this way. Get your mugs together. Johnny, why don't you snap to him? So, coach, player, you can snap to yourself. We always have some formulated snap we're doing. I'm going to point in certain directions, and I'm going to have him roll out. So what we're going to do is we're going to have him work reaction. Okay, so he'll snap the ball to him. Let us come in. He's going to chop his feet. I'm going to point. Good. Where you at? Where you at? Up. Okay.
We really want you guys to have those thumbs.
So now we're working all our footwork, working in the pocket. He's doing all reaction. So it's kind of pocket. Someone's stepping in front of him. He's got to move to his right. He's got to move to his left. All of it's based off reaction. All right, let's see the pocket. This is good. All right, Johnny? Here we go. In the pocket. Good. There you go. Not bad, Johnny. Not bad. Not bad. Getting that rust off. All right, so now here it's one, so we'll take another swing. So he's watching for my reaction. What I'm going to do in my other hand is I'm going to give him a number set. So he's watching, reading my points, while at the same time his peripheral vision is trying to pick something else up. So now he's looking downfield, but now he's got to feel that end on the outside pressuring him. So we're trying to keep his peripheral vision open as much as possible. All right, let's step up a little bit so you're in the middle of the bones. Good, here we go. Let's go.
Two. 4. Last 3.
Usually I'm right in front of him, so he's have to turn his head. Let's see if Aponte can beat him in it. Hold on, we're going to go, I'm sorry, you're not going drop set. 9 point, you're stepping back to your starting position. So if I point this way, go there and back to position. Okay, here we go. Good job, feet. Back to your starting position, good. Come on, that point, dude, there we go. Up. Back to your starting position, good. 2. Good, there we go. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to replicate, an end coming on the outside, someone rushing him, something along those lines, and replicate the game experience for them. And the idea is to try to get the game experience as much as we possibly can, one way or another. So, do that now, we're going to work like this. We got a rush technique coming against us. You got that 5 technique on the outside coming up to get on the quarterback. How do you get them to kind of settle in the pocket and know how to react? Well, you got to put them in those positions, Excuse me. If you guys have questions, things you want to talk, please don't go back. Just seriously. It's one of the better parts about it. Just figure out what do you guys need, and I can adjust anything we're doing here to help you guys out and give you ideas. And listen, not saying what we do is right, but here's why we do it, and here's the reasons we do it. So, okay. So let's go through outside rush. Johnny, you're going to be on the outside. I'll snap. So what's going to happen is Get's going to be our quarterback. I'm going to snap him the ball. Johnny's going to go in and do 2 things. A replicate an end that's going to hard outside rush, or an end coming down right to the quarterback. The quarterback's going to have to read it. So he's looking at me. Okay. Typically we'll have 2 receivers on the outside too as well that he'll throw to. One guy will raise his hands. The objective is to get him to drop back, feel the pressure with 2 guys downfield. So let's say that we had a coach over there, a player, and a player. He rolls out. One guy will raise his hand while he's feeling that pressure. So we kind of combine a bunch of different things. But here's the first progression of what we're trying to do to get that game experience. So I'm going to snap the ball to adjust. Johnny's going to come down either in a straight line or go behind, and he's going to have to step up in the pocket, or he's going to have to roll out. So he's got to replicate what it is. We just do half speed to make sure he's doing the right footwork at first. Okay, ready, Josh?
Ready. Let's go. More than likely, defense.
Okay, good. Just make sure you're going to come down, or you can actually snap all rush. Again, Laponte's not one of our quarterbacks, so he's kind of like, okay, where am I going?
Ready, let's go.
Good, so he's going to go around me. Okay, good, step up. So now here's an outside rush technique. So now, maybe they send a blitzer off the outside, etc. Now he's got to step up in the pocket. You got to put him in these situations in practice, otherwise he's not going to be ready for game experience.
Ready, let's go.
Good. Now it's a deep rush, he's going to step up in the pocket, move his feet. Now there'd be receivers over here, so he steps up. One of the 2 receivers will put their hands up. He never knows which guy's going to put their hands up. Excuse me, he's got to react to it, just like the game. The defender goes to the flat, instead of the hook to curl, he's got to read and react to it. That's what he's got to do. Okay? Here we go. Let's go do it one more time. Let's go full speed. I'll give you which way it goes. Here we go.
Ready, let's go.
There you go, roll through. Good, one more.
Good. Let's go.
Linebacker.
So we replicate the outside rush, the inside rush, etc. Make sure we get him going in the right position. Okay? Coach? Yes.
Do you prefer drop back or pocket passing as opposed to rollout? Design rollouts or?
For me, it depends on our personnel more than anything, on how much I go and roll out or not. If I have a good athletic quarterback that I want to get out of the pocket and try and, maybe abbreviate the field a little bit and make it half the field, I like to get him rolled out. I don't like to settle in the pocket. 2 years ago, we had a kid, Alex Jeske, who was a really good quarterback for us. Great pocket quarterback. We only rolled him out sporadically to keep the defense, not balanced, shall we say, I'm sorry. So that's when we ended up getting him out of the pocket. Otherwise, we keep him in the pocket. This year, with our quarterback, he likes to roll a bit. We'll run the ball hard and get a little depth, so there's a good chance we will roll out a little bit. To me, when you roll out, you take a lot of the reads that might make a quarterback a little bit confused out of the way, because now it's half the field, it's half the reads. Plus your line becomes easier to protect because now you're going to slide protect, you'll hinge on the backside, so you can create a little cup and kind of protect your quarterback a little bit. So to me, it's all in personnel really.
Do you have when they take like arc releases off, is there an optimum depth that they should be at?
They're trying to get 6 to 7 yards. So as I go and I get the ball, and let's say we're going to do a sprint roll. So a ramp. We're going to sprint roll. We're going to drop 45 degree. We're going to take 3 deep steps, okay, and then round it off, which puts us about 6 to 7 yards. Whether we're going right or left, either way. And that's a sprint rollout. So that's not play action. Like we do a sprint roll, we'll do a play action rollout. How are you doing? Hey, this is our play action rollout you're seeing right now. So this is basically what we call cowboy. Cowboy knee. Cowboy to the right, because cowboy to the right, left to the left. That's how we call cowboy knee. So our bootleg to the right. Now Johnny, remember, is not a quarterback, so come second. Got you, run cowboy.
Cowboy?
Yeah. Okay. So what we'll do is he's going to play action. So we're going to pretend like there's a jet motion from across from the play action. We're going to go ahead and we're going to boot around. We're going to run a little comeback. Now for us, on the comeback, when that receiver's planting, ball's in the air to his outside shoulder. So that receiver turns, ball should be there now. We're not waiting for that kid to get open. We're anticipating him getting open. That's the key to the play. Now, LaPonte's doing a little sprint rollout. Okay, LaPonte, all right. We need sprint rollout too as well. Let's do sprint. Sprint rollout. So now we're not doing play action. We're going to catch the ball. We're going to run right to the right. We're going to gain those 3 yards and work our way around. Now we could sprint out and roll to the short side of the field. I'm a big proponent of short sides of the field. I like taking numbers to the short side of the field, putting 3 receivers there and seeing what the defense does. A lot of defense coordinators don't like to put the extra guy there and they think, oh, it's short side of the field. Don't worry about it. Let them have an extra guy. Well, plus that's a huge advantage for us. We've been able to take advantage of that. I stole that from University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. I was telling one of the coaches earlier. It's unbelievable the amount of player personnel advantage you can get to the short side of the field. We'll do a lot of quick screens or quick hitches, etc. It's simple reads for our quarterback to do. And I'm a believer in giving your quarterback opportunities to succeed. Give him ways to figure out different plays to get in. So, and again, different levels. I know you can do things depending on your kids too as well. Some kids, yeah, you can get in there and you can say, hey, look, here's a couple plays. I want you to run this run play or this pass play. Here's your one read. Other kids are like, look, don't throw the ball to the other team. Catch it. Find a way to get to one of our guys. You got to run the right on this play, right? Okay, you make sure you run right. It's what you got to do. We're all in the same boat. Our kids are just a little bit older. It's all it is. It's funny because you go to the college clinics, which many of you guys might have done too as well, and they say the same things. Our kids are just bigger, but they're just as intellectually challenged as other kids. What about other questions you guys might have, or things you do, or maybe questions like how do we do certain things?
We have a whole striper situation. So
I was a striper back in the day.
Yeah, so a lot of kids never get to touch the ball. So with little guys, we want everybody to get to do something.
Yeah.
So what's a great way to involve the most amount of kids to touch the ball and learn some fundamentals about the different positions?
Oh, well, that's, I think, something you do in practice, where you go, because obviously in a game you can't do it because you're limited. So we do like little Okie drills where we'll have like the big kid against the big kid, so they have a little ball. You can do them on their back. So they get the ball in their belly, they turn around, they get to try and run through the other guy. But we put them helmet to helmet, so there's no collisions that really happen, just turn and tackle. But it's like, but we do is we celebrate it like we celebrate the other players. So the other kids are around, and when the big kid scores, everyone's like, yeah, because they never get a chance to do that. It's like, this is your chance. So we try and find ways that the kids have fun during practice. That to me is the key. Find a ways to have the kids have fun, so they're not there like, oh, practice day, and they come in there dragging their helmet. And, oh God, what are we going to do? It's, all right, what are we going to do today? There might be a little bit of fun that we can go and get some of those guys that maybe don't get a chance to get the glory that those pretty boys all get. They find a way to have a good time too as well. So good idea. Yeah, I definitely think so.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. And please, guys, I was just telling before, you got questions, you ever want to sit down and talk, love doing it. So please send an email, whatever it is. We'd love to do it, share ideas. Like I said, we always learn.
What about, on a youth level, a lot of times, we only have them for short periods of time, even shorter than what you guys have.
And now the restrictions that are coming in more and more.
And what are a couple of the fundamentals that when we're trying to teach a quarterback to play that position, especially, let's say from like 5th, 6th grade on, the younger levels, nobody really throws anyway, right? So they're pretty much just handed it. But what are a couple of the fundamentals that you think are vital for us to enforce with the little kids to have some success there?
Technique. Technique is the key. If we could get them at a younger age where they learn, like say that I'm in a shotgun behind center, how do I go in and get that ball, my first step, up to my ear? Because a lot of them will catch it and they want to run back down there at their hips. Getting the ball to the ear, because this is the quickest way we're going to be able to throw it, because when the ball is in this position. If it's down here and I'm looking around, now I got to bring the ball up, then throw. It's a second to almost a second and a half, 1.5 you're losing of time. That's a huge amount of time. You're trying to hit a timing route. You're trying to get the kid to realize to throw before the break, not after he breaks. One of the things our kids want to do is they want to see him get open. No, you have to anticipate him getting open and seeing those things. But to get to that point, they've got to first know how to be able to get in a good throwing position. So if we're going to be practicing or learning how to pass the ball, when I'm catching it, I'm going to be getting that good position so that ball's up to my ear. My eyes are always downfield. And you'll see I always do drills with my quarterbacks where I'm giving them numbers, where they've got to go ahead and tell me what numbers I'm pointing to. So that they might be looking here because we're running a curl hook pattern or whatever is over here, but they've got a peripheral vision, see what my numbers are. So that way if that defensive end breaks off our linemen, which of course are going to happen, right? Linemen don't block long enough for us. We always tell them that, and they tell us we got to get rid of the ball quicker. Just part of life, it's quarterback-line relationship. But that helps that peripheral vision. So if we can go ahead and work just the technique of settling in a pocket, being in good form, the rest of the stuff will come. Those reads and recognitions they come through experience. And they only get that by actually running those plays or being in the game and having a chance to go through that. It's trials and errors. But the more we can do at an early age and teach them proper footwork, getting that ball up, balls in my feet, good form, and always moving. The kid who sits in the pocket settled, it's the kid who's going to get hit. You got to keep those feet moving all the time. So all of our drills, you're always hearing our quarterback moving their feet. And every drill we did today, you see them moving their feet, because that's key. You got to keep them moving in the pocket. Stationary targets, even those big linemen can hit those stationary targets. You got to keep moving.